Hello! Welcome to our house, crib. Hey, who's this? This is Tana, our little one. Yeah.
Eating their favorite snack, peas out of the pod.
Yeah.
No.
So we're just going to give you a little tour of our house and our garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. This is our living room. So, you know, we spend I think most families probably spend most of their time in the living room and kitchen. And that's probably where we spend 80% of our days is here with our kids. And we have some of our good friends over tonight, the Baylesses. And then we're cooking up some salmon and some ribs and some food from the garden tonight. So this is our kitchen, and you have all probably seen a million videos from this kitchen. But we were able to redo it about a year ago, and so that's been fun. But for 20 years, this is where we spent most of our time, in this house, with the exception of the garden. Right, babe?
Yeah. We talk about it all the time. It's like usually probably 90% of the time if I'm not sleeping, I'm in the kitchen, either making food or prepping food or whatever. So
especially this time of year with the garden, everything coming out of the garden. It's
usually
time to start food prep.
Huddled around the stove here, canning and cutting and chopping and all that fun stuff. But
yeah. Last year, you probably remember, we actually had no kitchen. We had no sink. We were doing dishes in the bathtub. Like, it was crazy. So our first official summer with Hunt Harvest Health, we had no kitchen, which we did pretty good because we created a book and we did a lot of stuff with it. But this year we have a kitchen, which is really exciting. But yeah, this is the kitchen. So,
did you guys ever think that eating food would take you down a different path, or just the cooking,
food,
like the way you guys?
Well, you know, we've always been a little bit obsessive about food. So, I think when we started Hunt Harvest Health, we were just trying to do something that we could do together, that we could bring our lifestyle together, because we'd never worked together. We, you know, obviously have a family together and we have a home together, but we never worked together. And so it was the ability for us to bring together like my interest in health topics and then hunting and gardening. So that's really why we started it. And then
now we've figured out that we cannot work together. So I stay in the hot house and she stays in the kitchen.
Ryan's kind of hard to work with. He's a real slave driver and he's got a really big ego and he makes it really hard to work for him.
I do.
Yeah.
What can I say?
That's a joke because I'm actually the harder one to work with, I think, for sure. Yeah. I'm the slave driver and I'm the one who keeps getting told to get a life and do something other than work. So I've been working on that.
I've said that a few times.
I like work.
More than a few.
I'm a driven person in that way, and sometimes it gets me in trouble because it means I don't take very good care of myself. I work too much. So I think as I get older, I'm working on that. You know, it's important to have a balance. That's one thing about Ryan. When he works super hard. Like, he is not a complainer. He'll work hard, but he definitely takes that. He does the other side. He's about balance, so it's important. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to figure that out, but
I'm working on her. She's getting there. She did a big hike with me last week, so
it's only taking 22 years, but you know, we're working on it. Right here is where I spend most of my day. If you're watching any Hunt Harvest Health stuff, that is my throne right there in front of the computer. But if I'm not at my clinic working on patients, I'm probably sitting in front of the computer looking through books and doing research. We just have a little house. You know, we've lived 20 years in a little tiny house, and honestly, I like it. I think if we had a bigger kitchen, we'd be happier, and I'd like a bigger bathtub. But other than that, you know, a bigger house just means more to clean. So, you know, we've done pretty well in this little house. But
yeah, the things that we talk about, like when we want to change houses, is bigger kitchen and a canning room. And like a cellar, someplace I can store all my jars because they clog up all our closets here. So.
And I want a spa bathroom that I can get away. But our kitchen is super important. It'll probably be the central theme of our next house.
Yeah.
And this is just, you know, our kids, they sleep together. Well, they don't sleep together, but they share a room together. But I think a lot of kids do that when they're little. You know, it keeps us close. And a lot of people don't know, but I had both my daughters in this room right here. This is our bedroom. This is where all the magic happens right here.
Yeah, there was a chair right here.
A chair right here.
I was holding Hillary up, and
I had Paley.
And
the second baby I had right there on the bed. She was much easier birth. The first one was long, but the second one, and they were both really unique experiences, and I feel really fortunate that I was able to do that, because it's a pretty powerful experience not to be in a hospital where you're surrounded by bright lights and loud noises and, you know, just people you don't know. And we were home with our kids and around people we knew and loved and trusted, and our kids just got to be born into that environment. So we feel really strongly that that was pretty cool for us. So this place holds a lot of memories for us in that aspect. But yeah. So
how many years ago?
Paley was born 9.5 years ago, and Tana was born 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's always kind of the reaction I get from people, like, what? You had your kids in your house? You know, it's so rare anymore. It's like 5% of babies now are born at home. It used to be 95% of babies were born at home. And the research is coming out. Hospital births are as dangerous, if not more dangerous. So it you know, obviously it depends on your situation. And we had professionals who, you know, were good at what they did, and midwives who understood things. And so, you know, if I had been high risk, I probably would have been in a hospital, but I wasn't. So I was allowed to be in a home. And, you know, it was just an option that we picked. And
it worked
out fine.
It
worked out. And yeah, it was really special experiences in my life. Probably the two most profound experiences of my life, and definitely Ryan's life, because he got to be there. And yeah, not easy having a baby. And we only have two for that reason. We got 2 cute ones. That's it. That's all we need. Okay, so should we go to Ryan's?
Yeah, let's go to the playground.
And
hothouse garden.
Yeah, garden.
The most important.